right. That feels pretty good. Yeah, that's not bad at all, actually. All right. Hi, everybody. This is a totally new device that I am recording on. My car is on. I don't know how good that's going to sound in the background, but I think it'll be all right. Yeah, it should be okay. Here, I'll turn it off for a second. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Conservatish episode 38. My name is Peter Feliciano, and as you can tell from this, from the quality of this sound, I am a professional. I am a professional podcaster. This is the second episode where it's just going to be me. But I luckily I have something to talk about. Ladies and gentlemen, let's be more specific. Ladies, y'all suck in a lot of different ways. You just fucking do. You just are not good at life. So I'm going to explain something that just happened to me, and then you can say, I'm different. I would never do that. So I was texting with this chick and asked her out, and she said, yeah, I'm still not ready to date anyone. I'd really like to take some time for myself. So already strike, one. But she says, I said, okay, whatever. I should be single for at least another 30 minutes or so. So let me know if you change your mind before I get husband up. Trying to make a joke, like, I'll be single for a little while. She said, haha, well, don't let me stand in the way of being a husband. I said, don't worry, princess. These bitches can't get me that easy. And she replied, I don't appreciate you calling women bitches. So I said, is Breezy's better? ? Haha. She said, not really. I said, just looked it up in the words you're not supposed to say, almanac. Bitches is -10 points and Breezes is only 7. She said, still, both not respectful. Respectful. So I said, you listen to hip-hop or do you boycott based on the words? It's still not respectful. How dare you, girls, be that humorless and shitty? What kind of fucking... I know I'm recording in a Target parking lot in my car on a Zoom H6. I'm aware that I'm not the most professional boy in the world. But what in the fuck is wrong with you? How could you go through life that humorless where you don't think people should use the word bitches, and you're serious about it? You really think that should be, that's a no-no word? Fucking tiresome. It's tiresome. How do you live that way? How do you live that fucking childishly? I just don't understand. So I don't know. Yeah, welcome to Conservatish. I'm just gonna rant for a little bit because I just feel like that's appropriate. I really do think it's not. Maybe I shouldn't make a whole episode where I just shit on women, but y'all are the problem. Y'all are the fucking problem. Or let me rephrase that: femininity in general, and I don't mean femininity like women and all women. It's not all women. But it's anytime there is a problem, it's a woman or it's a dude who is feminine. It's never an alpha dude who's causing issues over jokes. It's never an alpha dude who's causing issues over language. It's never someone who is secure in their balls, in their manhood. Well, I guess it's never anyone who's secure, but there are some women who are like, I'm secure in my fucking Marilyn Monroe poster that says, if you can't handle me at my best, then you don't deserve me at my best. Blah, blah, blah. All I'm saying is no dude does that. No dude goes to fucking... No dude gets mad at Louis C.K. because he made a Parkland joke. No dude. No dude. I know Judd Apatow did, but no fucking man. Judd Apatow, I'm taking away his humor card. He's not allowed to fucking have a fucking... I know he has an opinion, and he's entitled to his opinion, but I cannot wait for the karma to hit him in his ass. So what is Pete talking about? I had heard that Louis C.K. made some very distasteful jokes recently in a leaked footage, which means it was done at a show where the jokes aren't ready yet when you're doing it, and it's not like on a special. The jokes aren't ready. They're at he literally had, he was trying shit out to see what would work. And Louis C.K. Was trying out, and he made some jokes about the Parkland kids and the authority that we're giving them, and the fact that kids are boring or not interesting, apparently. And Judd Apatow decided to jump on the bandwagon. And Judd Apatow, apparently, I mean, he's supposed to be like a big archivist for humor. Like I really appreciate what he did with. Although I only watched half of it, but I really appreciate what he did for the not Larry goddamn Sanders. Shit. You know who I'm goddamn talking about. I really appreciate what he did with that movie on HBO, that documentary. I really appreciate the episode. Well, I don't really appreciate, but I appreciate I've watched it a number of times. The episode he did with Jerry on comedians in cars. But so this is some things Judd decided to say about Louis C.K. Here we go. So, Louis, Rolling Stone wrote an article. You're not interesting because you went to a high school where kids got shot. Okay. So, obviously, Rolling Stone article is obviously totally taking it with the context and everything, and not just doing it to get attention and clicks. Judd Apatow retweets this and says, "This hacky, unfunny, shallow routine is just a symptom of how people are afraid to feel empathy." Let's break it down. A symptom of how people are afraid to feel empathy. I hope you're getting the douche chills as much as I've been getting them, just thinking about stupid Judd Apatow's faggy face. And I say faggy, obviously, because I hate all gays. No, I say faggy because he's an ineffectual... how could he still be fucking Amy Mann the way she needs to get fucked if you can't even, if you're attacking somebody over jokes? Okay, let's see what else he said. "It's much easier to laugh at our most vulnerable than to look at their pain directly and show them love and concern. Louis C.K. is all fear and bitterness now. He can't look inward." Really? So you totally get all of what he wanted to say off of that article, or off of listening to that bit that he was doing on stage? By the way, everybody in the audience was fucking laughing, which means obviously everyone in the room is alt-right, or everyone in the room just hates Parkland survivors. No, you stupid fucking idiot. You fucking ineffectual douchebag. Judd, we're watching you. We're watching you, goddammit. You're going to tell me you never said fucked up jokes? That we can't go in your past and find shit? We can't look in your fucking closet right now? You better not be motherfucking throwing stones, faggy bitch. Jesus Christ, don't shit on fucking Louis C.K. for that. I understand if you don't like the bit or it's not your cup of tea. There are lots of fucking comedy that's not my goddamn cup of tea. I tell this story, I've told it before. I went to this show. I was trying to fuck this chick. I can't. Anyway, I was trying to fuck this chick, and she invited me to this comedy show that she had tickets to, and and so I was like, sure, fuck it, let's go. Turns out it was this really super left-wing live podcast thing, and it was like an hour of politics that I disagree with. Some of it was funny, but it was an hour of shit where I'm squirming, just like, there's more nuance than that. You're preaching to the choir. I'm just bothered, right? I'm easily bothered, as you can tell. But I'm listening to this, and it really bothered me. But I didn't tweet about it. And yeah, maybe sharing this on a podcast. But I'm ranting about it for a reason, to give context. Because the adult thing to do, you can just hear something, and if it's not your cup of tea, go, that's not my cup of tea. You can hear something and go I don't find that in good taste. You can hear something and not skewer them in public, especially when you're apparently a big comedy buff. We're watching you, Judd. We're watching you, dude. Limp-dicked ass motherfucker. It's got to be something in the... I was listening to Jim and Sam, and I had thought about this before they even said it. It's got to be something in the L.A. water. How could Sarah Silverman become that boring. Where like now you're not allowed to joke about certain things too. Not Jimmy Fallon. Who's the other dude? The Boston dude. Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel went to L.A. and became super L.A. and now he's crying on TV. Something's just not okay. It's just not okay. You should care more about the victims than you do. No. A joke is a joke. A joke is a joke. Everyone in that room who was laughing about the Louis C.K. jokes, I have no idea what the fucking jokes were. And it doesn't matter. I don't need to listen to it in order to find out what the fucking... I don't. Because if he was trying to be funny, then from into intention alone, not in the context of where he's coming from or who he jerked off to last year or the year before that or whatever the fuck it was. It's not in that. We are talking about context. And context... principle has to be more important than the personality. Otherwise, you do not fucking believe in the principle. Okay? If you're going to get somebody in trouble, quote unquote, if you're going to shit on somebody and really want them to stop talking for their jokes, if you want people to get in trouble for jokes, that's going to come back to bite you. That's going to come back to bite you. There is not a specific protected from speech type of people. Fucking ever. Fucking ever. Fucking ever. Not here anyway. America's the shit when it comes to that. You can fucking hate on America all you fucking want. God damn, we are better than Canada at that. God damn, we are better than fucking England. I am allowed to say whatever the fuck I want. I may be shadow banned from these faggots in fucking Silicon Valley, but I'm allowed to say whatever the fuck I want. I'm allowed to make jokes. Louis C.K., even if you hate him, he was trying to be funny, so not just from that, from intention alone, right? Just from intention, he was trying to be funny. Now, let's add a little more fucking deliciousness to it. Everybody in the room was fucking laughing. Okay, so that means it was working. Whatever the laugh was. But a comedy bit is not, here is my final one word. It's all on stone, what I actually believe 100% true about a certain topic. Okay? I'm going to explain something to you. To people who want Louis to be in trouble for what he said. A comedy bit, I mean, let's be really real. Thank God he made those jokes. Thank God he made those jokes. Because he made a lot of people really happy in that room that night. And technically, if we're living in the moment, yeah, it might have hurt the fucking Parkland survivor's father or something like that, and he gets all butthurt or whatever. And that's fine. He's allowed to get butthurt. But you cannot shut down speech. You cannot fucking do it. Now, there's a way to do it right, and there's a way to not do it right. I was playing fucking games with these cocksuckers last night. I was playing these games. It was called Hashtag It. And yeah, I'm going to talk about it, douchebags. And because I know you people listen. And I was talking about, and I was making a joke about like, because people are like, you know, if nigger's going to come out, it's of course Pete's going to say the word. And I'm like, what? Yeah, that's true. And so as a joke, I use the N-word. And then like everybody after that was just trying to shoot for the fences. And I love you guys, but there's a way to do it right. There's a way to do it right, and then there's a way to not do it right. And I was doing it. Fuck it. I did it right. I'm a hilarious man, and I'm good at everything. But I was saying, anyway, so there's a way to do it right. And it sounds like, not just because everybody was laughing, but because it was on a stage at a comedy club, Louis was doing it right. Louis was doing it right. He wasn't tweeting about it. He wasn't reacting on social media. You fucking child. He wasn't doing that shit. He was bringing it to a comedy stage in order to make people laugh, okay, and bring joy. And he brought a lot of fucking joy that night to those people. Thank God. Thank God. I guess, you know, those lives that were lost were worth it. Just to make those 50 people happy. But you understand what I'm saying? I know you fucking understand. I know you understand. I know this bitch that I was talking about understands that me saying bitch does not mean you're a bitch. I'm not a divorced dad talking about his ex-wife, dummy, okay? I'm making a joke. In fact, it was a throwaway line. I didn't give a fuck about it. It was me saying, hey, you know, these bitches can't tie me down. The appropriate response is, have a good night. Not, that's disrespectful. No dude does that. I know we have our own version of that, but no dude goes, that's disrespectful, unless they are trying to look good to other women and they're trying to passive-aggressively get some pussy. Okay? That's the only reason why a guy would do that shit. Okay? Or they have convinced themselves over and over and over that that's the way to live. Let's go in. Let's dive a little fucking deeper. Fucking ass, stupid ass, fucking goddamn fucking Judd Apatow, man. He said, you have to look at it in the context of a man with children who mocks kids who are worrying about getting shot. A man who mocks our most vulnerable people. That's because he feels no one cares about his pain, what he's been through. He feels he was wronged, so attacks. No, it's just a fucking joke. Those people were laughing really hard. Those people in the fucking comedy club were laughing at that joke. Why were they laughing? Is it because they hate kids? No, dummy. Because you can't really put a pulse on this shit. You can't put it all in words. Maybe it was cathartic to some of them. Maybe it was the hyperbole of you saying something that is the most wretched thing to be said. That's why. You know what I mean? I say Jew jokes not because I hate Jews, but because it's really offensive. You point at the fucking fence, you hit it out of the park, and you go, "Oh my God, look at what I did." And people go, "Oh my God, look what he did. I didn't see it coming." It's surprise, it's shock, it's awe, it's fun, it's funny. And you know that. And you know that. And you know that. Fucking Judd Apatow knows better, and he's willfully put it into his head. I don't think he's doing it for press or anything like that. I don't think he's doing it to show other people that he cares. Maybe. But not consciously. I think he's convinced himself over the years. He's locked his dick away. Here's the real reality. Judd Apatow could get any pussy he wants. And if he's not at least swinging with his girl, if he's not at least swinging, if they're not at least fucking other girls, okay, then he has effectively put his dick and balls in a jar and locked it up. And that's bad for us. That's bad for us. Females do that in your own way. But I know dudes, and I have shut my fucking mouth. Like if that chick had texted me back, that's the respect for you. I do not appreciate when you call females bitches. If I had said, "Oh, I'm sorry," she wouldn't want to fuck me anyway. And I'm changing the way I speak in order to get pussy. Like I'm changing. I understand that but you understand, like, of course I wouldn't just go into the fucking old folks home and start lobbing fucking Hitler jokes. I'm not saying that. There's a time and a place. But playful banter is a total appropriate time to say the word bitches. I'm setting you up for who the fuck I am. I'm setting you up for the way I joke. And if you're already into it a couple of minutes and you're like, that's just... How are you going to be happy in life, baby girl? How are you going to be fucking happy in life? In a real-ass relationship? You want to do... I'm so sorry. I don't say words like that. I don't say words like that because it's disrespectful. Come on, dude. What are you, 22? Get up. Grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. Women with kids, women with sons especially, you can't fuck them up. You can't fuck them up like that by saying bitches in a joking manner in a throwaway line. You're going to say, that's inappropriate. Come on, dude. Girl, you're better than that, baby. What are you doing? What are you doing? How could you live life like that? How could you consciously, willfully make believe you don't feel me? How could you fucking do that? And you're older than 22? I'm pretty sure this bitch is in her late 20s. What the fuck is wrong with you? Number one, I'm not going to change the way I speak for that. I'm not going to change the way I joke. I can be appropriate. You guys have heard me on episode 10. I was a completely different person. I code switched on purpose, willfully, because that's the right thing to do. But if I'm going to let you know who the fuck I am, you can't get down. You can't at least feel me. You can't just go like, oh, he's just joking around. I don't hang out with people who use that verbiage. Faggot. Ugh. Which, again, I'm not saying faggot because I hate gays. I love gays. I have very close gays. I've been a fag hag most of my life. But if you know better. You know better. You listening to me right now know better than to be offended by jokes. You know better. And if you still choose to, you are willfully being a piece of shit. You are willfully saying Louis C.K. hurt my feelings or scared me or reminds me of the guy who did bad shit to me by all that Me Too stuff that came out, and so I'm going to punish him for what he did. I'm just waiting like a shark in the water, and I smell fucking blood, and so I'm going to punish him for what he said. But here's the deal: principle before personality. Okay, which means your hero, like on the left, if you will, and Louis he doesn't like Trump. He talked about fucking Hillary before the election. He's not a fucking alt-right person. He's on your quote-unquote side, if you will. If you want to just punish people based on the fact that they're not on your side, then you don't give a fuck about the you don't give a fuck about the principle at all. You just don't. You don't actually believe the principle. You care more about the fucking personality. Which means you shouldn't be in charge of, like, I mean, you understand what I'm saying? That's not okay to do. It's hurtful, and it's going to bite you in the ass. Because what is the end game, boys and girls? The end game to you're not supposed to say that is we will stop you from saying that. Okay? Even if it's not law, it will be, like it already has been many times, it will be a continuing ramping up of taking people's jobs. A continuing ramping up of taking people's opportunities, taking their livelihoods. Okay? That's the end game. But the end game continues to, like, that game continues to ramp up. It doesn't just stop at Holocaust jokes, kids. It doesn't just stop at Parkland jokes. Okay? It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. Because bullies are never fucking satisfied. It doesn't stop. You're either going to believe the principle of free speech, meaning, and choice, real-ass choice, meaning if you don't like Louis because he did that shit, don't fucking listen to him. If you don't like Louis for doing that shit, at least if you're going to tweet about it, tweet, I don't like the motherfucker because of all that shit and that hurting he did to women, but, you know, still, I don't think somebody should be in trouble for jokes. That's my blurb. If you have to put a blurb out there. But don't just throw the baby out with a fucking bathwater. You don't believe the principle if that's the case. You don't really believe the principle of free speech if you don't actually believe the fucking principle of free speech for those who you disagree with strongly. For those who have done things that you disagree with. Come on, man. Be fucking real. But again, I don't see any dude-ass motherfucking dudes. Judd Apatow is not a dude-ass motherfucking dude. Again, he could have dude-ass motherfucking dude status if he acted like a motherfucking dude. Okay? But, like, it's not appropriate. That energy, that fucking, and I really hope this is all coming through and I'm not just blowing out the mic and that dude-ass motherfucker, that inappropriate energy only comes from emasculated men or females. I'm not saying it's all of you girls, but be real. You know? Be real. You know? Ask yourself, I mean, you know I'm telling the truth, right? What's an alpha male you might look up to, right? Besides me. What's an alpha male you look up to? What, is it Jason Momoa, right? You think Jason Momoa gives two fucking shits what Louis C.K. did on stage? Nah, he don't. He's getting laid. You think Jason Momoa gives a fuck? Nah, he's drinking beer, throwing axes, and fucking pussy. That's what Jason Momoa's doing. That's what Statham's doing. What's some other fucking alpha ass males? They're not going, oh, it's inappropriate. Slightly overweight to overweight, ineffectual, just ineffective, just limp motherfuckers. Limp. Your spirit's limp, Judd. Your spirit's limp, boy, if you think it's inappropriate. What a fucking faggot. And I don't mean gay. I mean, you're just a loser. You're a wimp. You're not being real. You're not being real. Because if you were being real, you could stand up for manhood. If you were being real, you could be like, hey, I don't like that motherfucker because he fucked around with these girls. But you know what? Joke is a joke is a joke. Okay? A joke is a joke is a joke. You know in your bones that Louis was not shitting on those people because he actually believes that he hates kids. And everybody in the room who was laughing, they don't hate dead kids either. And you know that. You know better. It's time for us to stop lowering the bar for motherfuckers. You're sensitive to jokes, you're the problem. Don't listen to the joke. Don't support Louis. I don't give a fuck. That what he did or didn't do back in the day to hurt those women or to not hurt them, that's a whole different fucking subject, and I've talked about it at length, and I probably will again shortly. But principle before personality. What matters is what actually happened and where it was and in the context. Okay? Because let's be fucking real. Judd Apatow has made some offensive-ass humor before. Okay? Judd Apatow has done some... I mean, he made a joke about a female drunk driving, endangering lives. Remember 40-year-old virgin? His fucking wife? Drunk driving, not just drunk driving, got in trouble for drunk driving to the point where she had to blow into a thing. She makes fucking Steve Carell blow into the thing, right? So now he's fucking... I mean, he's making jokes about... Do you know how many thousands of people lose their lives because of driving drunk? It's not okay. It's not okay, right? That's the end game, dum-dum. Stupid-ass fucking Judd Apatow. That's the fucking end game, stupid. Be on the right side of be on the fucking right side of life. Be on the right side of humor. Be real, motherfucker. Be real. You know better, Judd. Fucking pussies, dude. I gotta get out of California. Is it just, it can't be like this in New York. When I go to New York and it's like, I can't do it. If I fucking text abroad, something funny or something offhanded and say the word bitch and she goes, I don't appreciate, I'll fucking blow up the country. Oh, and by the way, I said I'd blow up the country, but because I actually will get together some sort of C4 or, I don't know, C4. But I'm saying it's not just a joke. It is a real threat because I am saying it in jest, but it doesn't matter that I said it in jest. I'm just saying it because I'm in pain and I refuse to look inward. Faggot! Faggot! God, this is a bad episode. I'm going off on this shit. I have said fag many times, but you understand? You understand where I'm coming from? Do you feel me, please? Do you understand? I'm just saying, you know better. People like Judd, you know better. Jimmy Kimmel, you know better. And the thing is that we're not going to fix these females and this feminine movement. Okay, here's why I say, let me elaborate a little bit. Why I say it's a feminine dude doing that is because it's nice dudes. It's not kind, warm, a little dangerous, fun dudes, right? Because I'm an alpha male, right? I'm a dangerous motherfucker. I say risque, horrible, funny shit, right? But I also will pop a motherfucker in his face for hurting a woman, right? I will also defend if someone's talking shit on the bus to a female and like starts to threaten her, I'm fucking right goddamn there, right? Because it doesn't matter what, like, you understand what I'm saying? But real ass dudes understand that there's genuine danger, there's genuine harm, and there's words, and words have to be less important than the way you're making them out to be. And the reason why I say it's a feminine dude is because it's a dude who doesn't have the ability or the experience to take out his aggression in actual aggression. Like, he doesn't have the ability or the experience of knowing what a bicep feels like. You understand what I'm saying? Like, of knowing that he can defend his family, of knowing what's actual danger, right? He doesn't have the bicep, the spiritual bicep, to tell a girl, no, we're not going to do that. I'm not going to change up the way I joke because I'm afraid you might not fuck me, right? He doesn't have the spiritual bicep to say, I am what I am and I'm not going to change, right? He doesn't have this, and I understand some of you out there saying, yeah, but maybe he's not maybe he's just genuinely a beta guy. All right, I get that. Fine, whatever. Sexually, I get it. Fine, rock and roll. Get a, kiss a couple heels. I don't, whatever. Get a strap on in your butt. I don't give a fuck. But tell a girl no. You'd be surprised. You'll get more pussy. Tell a girl to shut up from time to time. It's magical. And I don't mean be mean about it, but like if your girl is ragging on you, stand up for your fucking self. Yeah, you're risking taking the L, but take the fucking L. You'd be surprised. There's something about a dude who females can't. Like when a girl knows that she can roll over you, she becomes unattracted to you. Okay? And that's on a macro level as well, not just the micro relationship. I'm talking about on a macro level. If Louis comes out and says, I'm so sorry that I said the joke, then we know we got him. We got you, bitch. We tasted your blood and there is never enough, and we're going to keep fucking pounding and punishing you. And we'll just shift the rules for you. But if you say, no, I'm not going to fucking apologize, and you keep moving, suddenly some pussies get wet. Suddenly you can realize, oh, I can't steamroll this motherfucker. And if you can't steamroll a guy, they're more attracted to you because you have backbone. And backbone is a sign that you can protect me. Okay? Backbone is a sign that you can fucking stand up to somebody who's threatening our family unit. Backbone is a sign that you're helping the cause, that you're willing to tell my child, say if I'm the female, again, I switch it all the time, but you know what I'm saying? Like if I'm the female, backbone is a sign that you're willing to tell my son, no, he's not allowed to have the gun, or no, he's not allowed to have the candy at 9:30 at night. Backbone is a sign that you're worth your shit. You can help us and give us structure. Structure may be painful sometimes, but principle is very important. More important than the personality. Principle is more fucking important than the personality. It's just the fucking reality. It's not good to be willy-nilly. We need femininity as well. I'm not saying we don't. But when y'all get crazy, and don't fucking tell me that you don't know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about, because a lot of females, I can tell, some of y'all motherfuckers, yeah, no, it's not feminine, that's the problem. No, it's not girls. Girls, shh, listen what I'm saying. Look within your heart and your experience with your past relationships. Have you been crazy on purpose to test him? Have you ever said something you knew you were just giving him shit and you wanted to see if you could get away with it? Have you ever been punishing and just waited to see what the guy would do? I'll rephrase it. Have you ever been turned on when a guy says, I don't know, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What do you want to do on a date? Or do you say to yourself, or is there something comforting about a guy taking the lead? Not being mean, not taking charge necessarily, but taking the lead. Someone's got to, right? Right? You know that I'm telling the fucking truth, okay? You know that I'm telling the fucking truth. I believe that you are smarter than that. That you can look within your experience and within your pussy to know what your pussy and your body is actually attracted to. It's not attracted to yes men. And you know that. And you know that. Okay? So someone's got to have an eye on the principle. Someone's got to have an eye on the structure. Someone's got to have an eye on, I mean, you can be mad at them all you want. Let's take that to the side. Whether or not he did what he did or not doesn't change the principle. Okay, just because he's on your side or he's not on your side. You like him or you don't like him. There are tons of people. As I said earlier, I was at that fucking goddamn show where somebody said I was surrounded on all sides by squawking bullshit. Just Trump is the devil. Just fucking just jerking off themselves for an hour in self-righteous anger. Really important art. Man, it was important comedy. Fuck you. Important comedy. Turds. And I was surrounded on all sides. And then I went outside and I shook it off and I said, ugh. I might have called somebody later and went, Jesus fucking Christ. But I didn't goddamn tweet about it. I don't think their comedy license should be taken away. I don't want their podcast to be run into the ground because they said things I fucking disagree with because they're not on my side. Stupid ass. Grow a fucking ball sack, man. Grow a fucking... you know better, man. Fucking Judd Apatow. Jesus fucking Christ. This whole episode has been... I'm sorry. I'm still sitting in the Target parking lot. Why am I sitting in the Target parking lot? Because I bought the SD card for this fucking the Zoom H6. I hope it sounds as good as it sounds in my earphones. God, I hope it's not just awful. Wouldn't it be awful if it was just I was recording this for 38 minutes and all of a sudden it just got home and I listened to it and it's like I'd be very upset. I need some water. I've been yelling in my car for my life is really weird. At least I'm infecting you with it now instead of just me alone ranting about Judd Apatow by myself. You're welcome. I'm just saying. I mean, to be fair, I think I do the same thing. I think I have fucking confirmation bias. I have bias against people that I disagree with. I want Judd Apatow to be fucking caught in his own web. But if he ever was, if in a fucking couple of months, all of a sudden it turns out that Judd Apatow said some things and he's going to get in trouble and he's going to go, oh, sorry, it was 10 years ago and it was, what's the word people are using? It was, tone deaf. Oh, my tone deaf remarks. Faggot! Oh, it was tone deaf. I don't want him to get in trouble for that shit either. I may be mad at him. I want to take his fucking, I want to punk him. But the principle has to come before the personality. And the reality is you can't get a motherfucker in trouble for saying some off-the-wall shit. For making jokes. You know, for having an opinion that you might not disagree with. Or that you might disagree with. For having an opinion. Just an opinion. Or saying a question. Remember when What's-Her-Face a couple of months ago? The right-wing broad from NBC, she got in trouble for saying some shit about here, let me play it. I wonder if I just Googled right-wing broad NBC Halloween blackface. Here we go. Megyn Kelly sparks backlash for defending white people wearing. Okay, let's see. Okay, so there's the I don't want the. Here we go. Okay. During the segment on Tuesday, Kelly said it was okay when she was growing up for white people to dress up as black characters. And she spoke out against a controversy that erupted last year over a reality star who portrayed Diana Ross. But what is racist? Kelly asked. Because you do get in trouble if you are a white person who puts on blackface on Halloween or a black person who puts on whiteface for Halloween. Back when I was a kid, that was okay, as long as you were dressing up as like a character. Later in the discussion, Kelly brought up Luann de Lesseps, the star of Real Housewives of New York. My life is weird. who drew a backlash. That's twice backlash last year for dressing up as Ross. There was a controversy on The Real Housewives with Luann. She dressed as Diana Ross, and she made her skin look darker than it really is, and people said that was racist. And I don't know. I felt like, who doesn't love Diana Ross? She wants to look like Diana Ross for one day. I don't know how that got racist on Halloween. So I mean, I don't know. Oh, here it is. And then Melissa Rivers says, if you think it's offensive, it probably is, said the author and television host Melissa Rivers. By the way, Joan Rivers is the shit. Go listen to the fucking book on tape, Still Talking. It's great. But on Halloween, she said, whatever happened to just manners and polite society? And then Kelly says, but on Halloween, you've got guys running around with fake axes coming out of their head, Kelly said. It's going to be jarring. I mean, do you understand? And Megyn Kelly got in trouble for that, for asking the question if it's racist. I have another question, because it seems to be, again, even in the black community, it's always. You ever think? I mean, lucky you don't have a podcast. All right, lucky you that I'm the one. Because I had this thought, the way I'm going to phrase it, and it's already, I was like, Pete, come on, man. But I'm going to say it anyway. This dashiked out bitch. It's always a dashiked out fucking, not a full afro because she doesn't want to be a cartoon, but it's like halvesies, right? And she's like, she's no fun at the barbecue. Like the real ass black motherfuckers don't want to hang out with her stupid ass. You know what I mean? She's like a Barack Obama black. Or she's like a Barack Obama skin tone and like a living experience, but didn't actually the reason why. Do you remember when Barack said "peace out" and dropped the mic at the correspondence? He did nothing whiter in his life than what he did and how he did that. Peace out, Obama out, nigga. You know, to quote this one black guy who was making fun of this other black guy. Nigga, you ain't never watched Martin in your life. Barack Obama's never seen fucking Martin in his life. I'm not saying I have, but I know my shit. Barack Obama is a white-ass motherfucker. So some dashiked out black bitch is going to tell us all what the black race has gone through, which means that we shouldn't be allowed to say things that we want to say. We shouldn't be allowed to think things. We shouldn't be allowed to vote certain ways. We all have to become more, less, we have to become less tone deaf. Fucking faggot ass shit, dude. Come on, girl. Come on. You're not fun at the parties. You're not fun at the barbecue. You know nobody wants to hang out with you. All right? If you go to the mall with your friends, you don't have balls, bitch. You don't have fucking spiritual balls. You're just a boring person. You're just boring. Intellectually, you are boring. You have one note that you play. Black people are the victim. Black people are the victim. Oh, CNN's going to pay me to get on stage and go, black people are the victim. Black people are the... Oh, and now I get to go to school and get and learn how to... Black people are the victim. You have one fucking note? What a fucking boring ass shit. No black people ever did nothing fucking wrong? I started to watch... I started to watch the what's her face, something bland. Remember that chick who died? Hang on, let me look at my YouTube history. Sandra Bland. Okay, so the Sandra Bland. I started to do some research. By the way, boys and girls, I know. Black people are always killed by white officers. No. But, well, hang on. It is good to do some research. Because MTV, as an example, remember when they had that video of when the Black Lives Matter thing was really ramping up in the beginning? They had that video of here's this black person. They died because, and they put all the reasons why, Eric Garner died because he was trying to sell cigarettes. No, he resisted arrest and he was being an asshole. And he had a gun. Wait, Garner was the one? Yeah, that was the one. But Sandra Bland was being a cunt. I'm not saying, again, what I'm about to say does not mean that the chick should have died. I'm not saying that. She didn't deserve to die. And once they get her to the police station, I haven't done any research on that. So don't take what I'm saying as a complete 100% write-off. I hate all blacks and cops can do no wrong. That's not what I'm fucking goddamn saying. But Sandra fucking Bland, what they put on that MTV video was that Sandra Bland died because she didn't use her turn signal. No, that's not even why she was arrested. That's not you willfully are letting the facts go away from you. You willfully didn't even watch the video. Of this 47-minute video of the full Sandra Bland arrest, I'm 24 minutes in of actual content, of actual action. There was maybe 15 minutes, okay? Maybe 10. So it took me 10 to 15 minutes to realize that that's not why she was arrested in the first place, okay? So she wasn't killed because she didn't have a fucking turn signal on, asshole. Okay, you're willfully doing that on purpose to get your point across. I understand, but you're not, like, these are people's lives, okay? Cops are living human beings, okay? Sandra Bland was being a fucking cunt. Again, I'm not saying that she deserved to die, but call it what it motherfucking is. She was being a mouthy-ass black bitch. Come on, girls, you know you're fucking, be fucking real. Be fucking real. And you know you treat it differently, white girls. You know white girls listening to me right now. If you're at the fucking 7-Eleven trying to buy something and a white girl was mouthing off to the Hindu guy and called him you Hindu piece of shit, you would say something probably to her. You would say, hey, shut the fuck up. Especially if she was a little shorter than you, right? You would try to defend. You would try to say something, right? But if it was a black girl, you'd say to yourself, oh, I better be quiet. She's really going through stuff. She had a bad childhood. Come on, dude. You know black girls are off the fucking hook sometimes. Okay? And all cops know it, whether they're black, whether they're white, or whatever. Resisting arrest is a real fucking thing. Stop resisting arrest. Fight it later. You know, as Gavin McInnes says, just seethe. If you're being detained for some reason, if the cop says get out of the car and you disagree, it doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't fucking matter. Get out of the fucking car. Fight it later, dummy. Come on, man. You know that. Someone should tell these bitches, fucking fight this later. But instead you instill this idea that cops are all pieces of shit and you should just keep mouthing off. Just shut the fuck up and do what you're being told to do. It may be totally fucking wrong. It may be totally wrong. But you're not allowed to resist arrest. You know what I mean? We pay them taxes. We pay our taxes into this giant pot. And we entrust these cocksuckers to hopefully they have our best interest in mind. I'm not saying that they definitely do. I'm not saying that. But I am saying, I mean, come on, man. I guarantee Sandra Bland fucking paid taxes. You know what I mean? Like, this is... Real-ass motherfuckers who are listening to me right now understand that I'm telling the truth. The black females, y'all need to y'all are off the fucking hook sometimes. Always resist it. Not always, but often. More often than a fucking... fucking white dude, you're resisting arrest and you're mouthing off to him, calling him a pussy faggot. Sandra Bland was calling him a pussy a million fucking times. That's actually really insensitive to men. That's really insensitive to trans people. That's really insensitive to women in general. You shouldn't be calling people a bitch, Sandra Bland. Obviously, she's on the wrong side. She's tone deaf. She's being tone deaf by calling the cop a pussy. Principle's more important than personality. Douchebags. I understand she shouldn't be fucking calling the dude that. Just stop fucking resisting. It's a piece of shit. The guy, even if the cop was being a piece of shit, he could have, from what I saw, you could watch a video of it for yourself. Unfortunately, you'll be giving views to Wall Street Journal, but just, but like, go watch it on YouTube. You'll see what I'm saying. It's not like she she didn't use a blinker, and then some evil giant white cop, hey nigga, get out of the car, you piece of shit porch monkey. And she said, oh dear golly, please don't kill me. And then he just shot her right in the fucking street. And he said, fuck you. No, that's not what happened. That's not what fucking happened. She was being a mouthy ass bitch. Now, again, I don't know what happened after they got her to the fucking police station. I don't know how she fucking died. It's possible that they were being pieces of shit and should be fucking held accountable and should be in fucking prison. But don't call it just, oh, she was minding her own business, didn't use a blinker, and now she died because of it. Shut up. What are you, 3 years old? What are you, fucking 3? Come on, dude. Sandra was saying it the whole video. Oh, you're gonna arrest me you're gonna put me in detention. All this for a non-use of blinker. No, not all that for a non-use of blinker. All this because you're being a fucking mouthy, disrespectful, non-listening to direction douchebag. You're being a douchebag. When the cop says, give me your fucking license, don't huff and puff. Don't fucking go, I don't know if she had fucking priors. I have no idea. But when he finally was like, hey, what's going on? Are you going to fucking follow? Okay, well then he was smoking. She was smoking. He asked her to fucking stop smoking. She said, it's my car. Honey. You may call that racist, but that's what she fucking sounded like. I'm right. You understand what I'm saying? Is my car. So he said, okay, well then get the fuck out of the car. And he didn't say it that way, but he said, okay, well please step out of the vehicle. Why are you asking me to step out of my vehicle? She's some man in her life to say, hey bitch, shut up. Do what the cop's telling you to do. Structure's important. Even when the structure may be unfair. Even when the structure may be mean. Even if the structure goes too far. Like even if the cop was being a complete piece of dog shit. Just seethe. Suck it up. For now. As best you can. Do everything this douchebag cop is telling you to do. And then when you do go to court, you could say this motherfucker was being a piece of shit trying to bitch me up. Here's the fucking, watch the video. And make him pay. But come on. And plus, let's be real fucking real. Cops deal with so much shit. Do you know how many people resist arrest and try to tell them what the law is? You know how many motherfuckers? I have the right to blah, blah. It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't. You know how many motherfuckers who... I'm going to say some real apparently offensive things. You know how many people say things like, stop messing with my arm. I can't move my arm. My arm is numb. I can't breathe. You know how many people who are getting arrested try to weasel out of it by saying, I can't breathe? If you don't know, then you don't know. But I have seen all kinds of fucking bullshit excuses, and you know better. Even when we were kids, you know better. When we were kids, we pulled some bullshit to try to get our fucking way. Well, guess what? High people do that too. People who are trying to break the rules act like fucking kids. People who are trying to get their fucking way act like fucking kids. I'm not saying that the dude who, you shouldn't break somebody's fucking windpipe, all right? I get it. You shouldn't be fucking constricting air. Maybe the guy wasn't fucking doing it the right way. I haven't started to dive into that. But I will say, sometimes, probably often, douchebags who are resisting arrest will say any number of foul, incorrect shit to try to weasel out, to try to get an inch, to try to feel like they have power in the situation, to try to get their way, to try to not be arrested, to try to run. How many fucking memorial highways are there, kids? You know why there are more memorial highways? because people who were just doing their job went up to a fucking window and get shot in the fucking neck. Don't act like this is just a fucking one-sided thing. Well, he was white. You're an idiot if you think that. You're a child. You're a fucking... You're a girl. Or at least you're a bitchy guy. Oh, man, this one was bad, wasn't it? I'm sorry, boys and girls. I really am, kind of. I don't know, dealing with that fucking chick texting that earlier just makes me fucking bothered. Oh, God. Well, I better wrap it up. All right. Where can you find me? God, I really should be anonymous. You can find me at Amelie Wine Bar Sunday at Amelie Wine Bar in San Francisco, Sunday the 6th. It's coming up in a few days at 7 p.m. to 10 at Amelie Wine Bar in San Francisco. And I'll be at Testarossa Winery in Los Gatos in the South Bay between 3 p.m. and 5:30. And go to patreon.com/conservatish to support this horrible shit. And also, follow me on Instagram at Peter_Feliciano. Leave us a review on iTunes, please. Subscribe on iTunes and other YouTube and all that shit, please. And I hope it wasn't that bad. I think it was probably pretty great, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I love you all very much, and this one was obviously very different from a lot of them. But I'm just saying. I will talk to you guys later. Love you very much. Good night.